welcome to Fun TV. Stephen Hill from Hill Consulting. The angry customer. We've got to deal with them on a day-to-day basis when it comes to customer-based businesses. We don't like to. It's some of those things that we tend to avoid. I was sometimes having to avoid, but essentially we need to be able to embrace those customers as some of our growth tools in an organisation. The ability to be able to grow your business are the ones that sometimes the complaining customers, because as we all know, 94% of customers don't complain, they just don't come back. So of that 6%, the ones that do complain, first of all, we need to embrace them. But secondly, we need to understand why they're complaining and deal with it quickly and succinctly. People get angry, customers become angry because of our inability to solve their problem effectively and quickly. If you can do that in your workplace, your customer feedback or complaints will start to diminish rapidly. And I'm going to give you 3 things that you can use today quite quickly to implement in your workplace to make that customer complaint issue or customer feedback issue something that is not so prevalent. So the first thing you can do is, 1, give your staff a level of responsibility that they all have the ability to do. For instance, at Zappos, one of the best known examples of this, every customer contact person whoever answers the telephone has the ability to deal with any type of problem when it comes to the shoe delivery, the sizes, etc. Whatever the issue is, that person has the ability to deal with it. And I think that's key. Give all your staff a level of responsibility. Don't make it the person in senior management who has to deal with many of the conflict issues or many of the customer complaint issues, because by that time, the customer is even more angry. Which leads me to my second point. The first person who is in contact with that customer, when they come in and make a complaint or give you a little bit of feedback, they're the ones that have to deal with it. We don't pass the buck. Nobody passes the buck. It's that person who deals with the situation. So therefore, there's an element of training that you need to give your staff on how we best manage that. And that's perhaps one of the things that I'll show in a later video presentation is how do we manage to get the information we need so we can give our client the best outcome as quickly as possible. So number 2, if you're the first person of contact, you deal with the problem until there's a solution. And I think lastly, but most importantly, deal with the problem ASAP. Now, some problems can't be dealt with in 2 seconds. You might not be able to have a solution in 2 seconds. You may need to do a little bit of research on how to get the problem solved. But the key thing here to turn your customer into a great marketing tool is to say to your client, it's going to take me 2 days to do my research on this, and I'll get back to you with the best solution for this. Now, the key here is, in fact, it's only going to take you 1 day, but you've told the client too. So on that first day, what do you need to do? You need to contact that person and give them the solution. What has that done for the person? It's actually shown that you, 1, care, and number 2, that you've solved the problem quicker than what you said you would, than what you said you promised you would. The old saying, under promise, over deliver, but let's use the ASAP model. If it's, I'll come back with the solution to you and I'll call you back in half an hour, you'll call back in 15 minutes. If it's called back by close of business today, you'll call back by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Because what you've done is you've exceeded their expectations. And that's one of the keys of great customer service and turning a disgruntled client around. So they're the 3 things. Give your internal staff, your internal customers, a level of responsibility to deal with issues that they can come up with the solutions. Number 2, if they're the first point of contact, let them deal with the problem. Don't let it go up the steps. Customers just get angrier and angrier, like I'm sure you have in the past. And number 3, do it ASAP. So they're the 3 things that you can do to turn your clients, your disgruntled clients or your angry clients, into your great marketing tools. So start doing it. It's an easy approach to use, those 3 things. Create those policies and procedures and bring it into your workplace. So Stephen Hill from Hill Consulting, signing off on another episode of Fun TV. Start making your place a more fun workplace. It's bye for now.